Hey guys, this is Valentina Palladino for Ars Technica, and today I'm here with another wearable. This is the Garmin vívoactive 3. So this is one of the newest devices that Garmin has come out with, and Garmin has a lot of different types of wearables from the very affordable range to the very high-end range. And this is kind of in the middle. This is a $300 device. It is a very capable fitness watch, but it's also a smartwatch. It has a lot of smartwatch typical features, so it makes it a perfect competitor to the Fitbit Ionic that we recently reviewed and the Apple Watch Series 3 that we also recently reviewed. So I'm going to tell you about the top 5 most important features that you need to know about the vívoactive 3. So the first thing that you need to know about is the design. This is a very different design that we've seen in the vívoactive range that Garmin has, and it is 100% improved from the vívoactive HR. This actually looks like a real watch. Garmin has a couple of devices that look similar to this, but compared to the vívoactive HR from a couple of years ago, or last year I should say, this is much better. That had kind of a rectangular design, it was pretty bulky, and it just overall wasn't very attractive. But now they've upgraded it to this. It's pretty lightweight, it weighs about 43 grams. And as you can see here, it's completely flat on the underside, which is where the heart rate monitor lives. So that should allow it to have more accurate heart rate readings since there's no kind of bumps or raises on the back here. Another really cool thing about the design is that on the side, this side where the button is not placed, Garmin added this new thing called side swipe. So when you brush your finger down here on the side of the case, it will scroll through the available options on the screen. So you can see your daily activity stats, stress stats, things like that, the most recent activities that you completed. It's really cool, and it makes it much easier to use the watch if you don't like tapping on the display that much. This is a 1.2-inch touchscreen, so you can just use the touchscreen if you want to, but depending on how you wear this on your wrist, you can either use the side swipe feature or the touchscreen to kind of navigate the device. Overall, I really like the improvements of the vívoactive 3 in terms of the design. It's just leaps and bounds better than the vívoactive HR from last year. Another really important thing to note about the vívoactive 3 is the heart rate monitor. It has the Garmin Elevate heart rate monitoring technology, that's what they call it. And this device I've been very happy with the heart rate monitor. I've been comparing it to a Polar chest strap, the H10 chest strap, and it has been almost entirely in line with the chest strap and its readings, both in very high heart rates and in very low heart rates. It's been within 2 BPM of the Polar chest strap that I've been using, which is awesome. And one thing that I noticed about the vívoactive 3 so far is that it's very quick to level off after you've been at a very high heart rate during the middle of an activity, and then when you recover, your heart rate drops, and it's very quick to kind of go back to that stable level for heart rate, which not very many devices have been able to do, at least in my experience. They take a little bit longer than the chest strap that I've been using to kind of level off, but this one is a much better rate of leveling off from a very high heart rate to a very low heart rate. So in my experience, the Elevate heart rate technology in the vívoactive 3 has been very good. Another really important thing to note about the vívoactive 3 is that there's no onboard music storage on this device. So we've seen that on other similar devices like the Fitbit Ionic and the Apple Watch Series 3. You can save music directly to the device, and you can take it and connect some wireless earbuds to it and go for a run and have your music that you want to listen to there without your smartphone present. With the vívoactive 3, you can't do that. What you can do is control music playback from your smartphone while they're connected to Bluetooth with each other. And that's really useful. I found that very useful because I usually always have my smartphone with me when I'm working out. But what's peculiar about it is that the vívoactive 3 does have the ability to do NFC payments. So Garmin introduced Garmin Pay when it announced the vívoactive 3. It's coming soon to this device, so it's not actually ready yet. I think it'll be ready within the next week or two. I haven't been able to try it yet, but when you have a device that has NFC capabilities on it, that means you're supposed to be able to take it without your wallet, without your smartphone, let's say, and go outside, go for a run, and then maybe pay for a coffee or pay for groceries on your way home without having anything else on you. So when you think of those two features together, onboard music storage and NFC payments, it's kind of odd to have one without the other. Because if you're saying that you can be able to take this device without your smartphone somewhere, anywhere, on a run or outside anywhere, you should want to have both of those features there. Because if you're running outside, I know I will want to have some music with me. So I'm probably gonna have my smartphone with me as well because I can't take music on this device. So in that case, I'd probably have either, NFC payments set up on my smartphone, or I'd have like a card or some sort of wallet with me because I'm already taking my smartphone with me. There's no temptation to kind of leave anything behind because I can't store music on this. So at least that's my perspective, just because I like to have music with me whenever I'm working out. But if you prefer just having your kind of payment system on your device and that's the only thing that you care about, you might be happy with the vívoactive 3 just having NFC payments rather than NFC payments and storage for music. Another really important thing about the vívoactive 3 is something that Garmin has been really good at doing since it's been making their wearables, is that it has really good customization of the workouts that are available on the device. So there are over 15 sport profiles that you can access on the device immediately. You can add some more, you can take away some, you can label some as your favorites so they're quickly accessible. Then there's also a create option where you can basically create your own workout profile, where you can designate which sensors you want active at the time, either the heart rate monitor, the GPS sensor. You can turn all those on and off so it's automatically done for you once you start that workout profile later on. And you can also designate certain things that you want on the display while you're working out. So you could say that you want the time of day at the top, your pace right in the middle, because that's really important to you, your calories burned, and then your heart rate. So you can designate about 4 things on the display at a time, and you can also make different displays accessible by swiping while you're working out. So you have a plethora of information available to you during any workout, and you can customize what you want to see in that kind of create option. So for anyone who's really into working out, who likes to see certain things, who has very specific goals when they work out, this is really, really great to have because you're not pigeonholed by what the screen is giving you at the outset, or not putting certain stats above other ones as more important. So Garmin gives you a lot of leeway to do what you want with your own workout profiles. Another really important thing to note about the vívoactive 3 is the mobile app that it pairs to, Garmin Connect. It has been around for a long time, but Garmin has a beta version of its home screen out that you can, if you're a user, you can opt into so you can see the beta version of the home screen. I, of course, did that, and it is so much better than the home screen that Garmin Connect used to have before the beta came out. It kind of divides up your stats into info cards that are much more colorful, much more bold, and you have your exercises right at the top and then your daily stats underneath it. And as you keep scrolling, you can see yesterday's data and then weekly data from the past week. So you see the most relevant information at the top, your current day's stat, and then you keep going down and you'll see past data right there, all for you on the homepage. In general, I just think it looks way better than the previous Garmin Connect homepage. It's much more easy to see important information immediately. It's important to note that the beta is only about the home screen of the Garmin Connect app. Once you start tapping away from the home screen or looking into, a further breakdown of your activities or looking at device settings, anything like that, you're going to see the familiar version of the Garmin Connect that you might have used before. So there's a lot of information there. It's not necessarily the easiest app to navigate. It's not easy to get all of your information in one spot yet. But the homepage is certainly an improvement from before, and I really hope that beta becomes the actual Garmin Connect homepage because I think most users will really find it much easier to look at and use than the old one. So those are the 5 most important features that you need to know about the Garmin vívoactive 3 at this moment. Be sure to check back at arstechnica.com for the full review.